Balladus Orcanus.
Alrighty guys, Vio here coming at you with a gameplay commentary, and this is a beautiful domination on Express. There's a beautiful ending, a great ending to this game that I'm not going to let you know what it is, so I just hope you guys enjoy. But before we get into the gameplay, I just want to say that this gameplay was captured from theater, which is a little disappointing. My Elgato decided to take a dump and not work. It sort of shut down in the game before this one, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's a little disappointing, but thanks to all these beautiful game makers, we still do have theater mode to fall back on. It's not as clear as, actual game capture footage, but it's, it's very decent and it's a good backup to have. So without them, I probably wouldn't have this gameplay. So bravo to them. And what I wanted to talk about in this gameplay is playing the objective versus slaying. Now, I was watching one of Scumpy's videos that came out today, and one of the comments said, there's been a lot of tension between people and I've been a victim of it, because I normally play the objective, and by playing the objective, I mean aggressively play the objective, and that means I bum rush flags, I get on and try and defend it from the flag, which in this game can work because you get cap kills and then, you get more streaks and stuff from that. But there's also passively playing the objective, which is like, as you can see what I'm doing here, trying to get a couple of kills around the outside, and then when it's safe to jump on flags, you jump on flags then and get the cap. So in this first round, I do a bit of both. I do a bit of passive and a bit of aggressive, and it's thanks to Goosey, I've started to play a little bit more slower. So normally my domination class is an MSMC with attack insert, and attack insert in the flags, bum rush the flags, and just keep getting on it, and eventually I'll get a couple of kills. Hopefully teammates come on with me. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you get bad teammates. I can't remember what kind of teammates I had at the end of this. We'll see with their caps and defends and stuff like that. But even then, that doesn't show you what the teammates do, because they could be passively playing and miss out on caps or something like that. So, yeah, in this first half, I decided to play the objective, and then I realised it was not going to work. So we changed it up in the second round. But yeah, so passively versus aggressively playing the objective is a big thing for me. So it's just up to your own playstyle. There's times where it's good to do both. So if you get like 4 people aggressively playing the objective, or even 3 or 2 or whatever, and you've got, say, 3 tack inserts down in, say, Blue Hall, just to my right there where we're coming from ADOM, and that was, I didn't even see that guy lying down there. That was really bitchy, but he's covering B, so who knows. So if you get 3 people putting tack inserts just here, get them all on the flag, you'll probably cap it in 3 to 4 seconds or something like that, and then it's a quick cap and you're out. And surely out of the 3 of them, even if 2 of them get killed, 1's still on the flag, and you can still get the flag. So that's one way of doing it. There's also passively playing it, which to me, this is me making this up, like all these terms and stuff like that. This is an actual terms that people use, but this is how domination is to me. And yeah, so there's passively playing where you go around the outside, you get a couple of kills, and as I said, when it's safe to jump on, you jump on the flag. So that's another thing. And then there's also slaying. So slaying to me is not playing the objective. You can kind of defend the objective, but most of the time you're going for kills, which does help if you do it right. So if you're keeping the people off the objective and you're getting your streaks and stuff like that, then I don't mind a slayer. But if you're slaying, and even if you keep people, well, I suppose if you keep people off the objective and let the aggressive, or let the objective players cap the flags, then you're doing your job. So that's one thing. But if you are not getting streaks to help the team, or you're not keeping the enemy team off the objectives, then slaying is just useless. So if you're a slayer, to me, if you don't do these things, then I would not like you on my team personally. Just because I'd like when I play to win. So pretty much I get really, not so much, I get sometimes annoyed, but sometimes I don't really care too much, but I like to play to win. So when you are a slayer and not playing objective and you're not getting your streaks, you've got to get either one of those 2 things. You've either got to defend the flags or whatnot, even if you're off them, or you got to get streaks, as I said. So if you're not doing either of those 2 things, I really don't want you on my team, because you're not helping the team at all. So, but if you do defend the flags from where you are, or even if you do one of them, or you do get your streaks to help out, I'm fine with that. That's completely fine. Now, in this gameplay, I realised about now that we're getting trip capped. It's not good. And I realised about this time that running on flags is not going to work because the teammates that I had, by look of this, don't really jump on flags too much. I was playing with Sarah and she was trying to help me cap and stuff like that. She could do as much as she could, but even with both of us doing as much as we couldn't get on the flag. So look at that, she had 5 caps in the first half. So it's just, there's not much you can do more. And the enemy was just defending the flags well. They were taking our spawned flags, so it was just crazy. So I decided around about now that we weren't going to win this by capping flags, just because it wasn't working in the first half. Maybe if I pulled out attack insert class, but I decided to try and get some streaks. So that's really iffy. Like this was a big call. If it didn't work out, then I would be one of those players that I was just talking about, where I was going for streaks and not helping the team as much, and I wouldn't have wanted me on my team if this didn't work out. So this is a big call for me to make, whether I played the objective or I went for streaks. So I decided to go for streaks here, and you'll see the end result anyway. So that's just all I wanted to say. Like, if you play the objective, sweet, you're jumping on flags, that's all good. But if you do not play the objective, if you are a slayer, you better get those streaks or you better defend the flags. Like, they're the two things. You've just got to help the team with those things. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So, yeah, there's a lot of hostility between people that, play the objective and people that are slayers. And the slayers have good points when they defend themselves, saying, yeah, but we are getting streaks and we are helping. So that's all sweet. I agree with that. I'm fine with that. If you get your streaks, good. I'm completely okay with it. So that's just my views on this anyway. So basically about now, I'm just trying to keep my streaks alive, trying to get the Warthog and dogs and stuff like that, just to try and help the team out, because we weren't getting flags by normal play, so I had to try and get some streaks just to try and help us out, to get some cover, try and get us some flags and some triple caps, just to try and get back in this game. So that was my plan right about now, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, that's about it for this, but we'll watch the end of the gameplay, and pretty much what else is coming up on the channel, you would have already seen if you're watching the other videos on the channel. I just put out the first episode of a Worms single player campaign. Now, it's just going to be a bit of fun. I'm still going to be doing the Road to Commander series and some FIFA stuff and some other Call of Duty stuff, but I wanted to change it up and play some new games. So with Alan, Sarah and Goose and Harold, between us 5, we'll still be playing. I might put some more zombies up with the fucking Harold series. It was hilarious, or I liked the first video anyway. It was pretty well received. I'm really enjoying sniping at the moment, so I got a couple of clips that I put up on the channel, and they were really enjoyable for me. So I might do some more of, just try and get some more clips and chuck them up. And then yeah, the Worms single player campaign is just going to be they're only going to be short videos, however long it takes to do like 2 levels or whatever, and it's just a little bit of fun. But yeah, that's pretty much about it, what's coming up on the channel. So I really enjoy where the channel's going. I'm decided to branch out a little bit more from COD and FIFA. I've still got that Battlefield gameplay that I really want to put up, just because it was against some good opposition. Apparently, from what people have been telling me, it's good opposition. I don't really know the difference between, I don't really know too many of the people in the Battlefield community yet. Hoping to get to know some more. I've got a few players that are in that game are now on my friends list, so I'm starting to learn a bit more and to get some new friends in Battlefield and stuff like that. And in this little position, I had 4 bullets and I was a little bit trapped. But luckily, that Dylan bloke came and saved my ass, because dear God, I was almost going to get screwed over. And that was right for my dog. So thank you to Dylan. My God, you just saved me. And you just saved the team, because these dogs will actually help. So right now we've got a minute 20 or so left, and we're still like 20 points down. So we have to try and get these flags. I want a trip cap just to make sure of it. And yeah, that's the whole idea. We've got dogs running around. I love the puppies. Still got the Warthog in the air, just providing some cover and keeping those guys inside, in terminal or in control. Like right now they're in terminal and they can't really get out too much, because the dogs are still outside running around. And even if they come outside, the Warthog will get them. So that's the plan. So these streaks are actually starting to work out, which is lucky, because if I failed, then I would have considered myself a really bad teammate, because I went for the streaks to try and help the team, and I completely failed, and then we'd probably lose, because not many of the teammates are really jumping on flags or doing too much objectively. So yeah, so I just wanted to chuck this gameplay out as a really good gameplay. I got my streaks a couple of times, and as you can see here, we just now take the lead, which is really amazing. So I felt really good about this. I was literally screaming with joy right now, because I was like, Sarah, I'm going huge. I've got to try and do this. I've got to try and get these streaks, otherwise we're not going to win because people aren't jumping on flags. So I knew in my mind I had to get it, and I got it. So I was really, really happy. It was like really excited. A close game. Ended up winning by like, I don't know, 15 points in the end or something like that. Maybe only 10. Oh yeah, it's only 10 or something like that. But it was a really good win. It was a really hard fought win. I didn't think it was going to happen at the start. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope it gives you some insight on my thoughts of playing the objective versus non-playing the objective. I get almost, Sarah beats me in caps, god damn it, but I do get drop over 50 kills, and that's really good. Didn't really think we were going to get there in the end, but we did. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Look for more Road to Commander with Goose, look for more FIFA, and look for more Worms. I'll probably do some Worms multiplayer and hopefully we've got about 10 games that we've looked at playing between us five. So Sarah, Al, Goosey, and Harold. We've got about 10 games that we've looked at playing between us five that are just like 4-player games. Like one of the ones I really want to play is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If I can say that properly, I'll get it right. But that'll be a really fun game to play for me. I think I'd really enjoy that game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It gave you some insights on my thoughts of playing the objective versus slaying. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.